Do you realize no one is coming to save you, especially AI? What do you think AI is? Artificial intelligence was actually coined in the 50s or 60s as a marketing term by a computer scientist. Artificial intelligence is really good at simulations. It may be the ultimate marketing manipulation, brainwashing, and propaganda tool ever devised. The amount of resources, not just monetarily, but environmentally, that are going into these projects with a huge gamble on whether there's going to be a payoff for the general public. Has AI made your life easier? Has it really increased has it 10x your production, or do you have more work? Do you feel like AI has made life less stressful, or has it made life more stressful? Now AI is being integrated into everything with the hype and hopes that have been pinned on it without regard for real engineering. And that spans a wide arena of many industries. AI is being incorporated into everything without even understanding what AI is and what AI isn't. We're utilizing, we're creating a massive strain on our planet's natural resources. Let's just take water for example. And most people don't have any idea the amount of water it takes to run any size commercial facility, much less a plant or a um, heavy load critical infrastructure, biolab, large scale brewery, hospital, um, city grid. The amount of power just to cool these, just the HVAC systems, and the amount of water that is used to cool these servers is massive. While these are closed loop systems, the consideration of the load that we're going to put on water, much less energy. Let's talk about energy for a moment. I read and post the other day that the predictions, or through one of my GPTs, the predictions for uh, 2026 was a global hike in energy costs due to AI of 26%. Do you think most Americans or humans across the globe will be able to absorb a 26% increase on their electric bill. That's massive, and it's will affect a large amount of Bitcoin miners. So I haven't said a lot about crypto. I'll tell you this. I'm not a gambling man. I used to be a cryptocurrency addict, for lack of a better term. And I'll tell you that Bitcoin is standalone in its infrastructure, technology, the code. The code today I would rival like I would all of the AI code written versus the code that Satoshi Nakamoto created. Like, which ones are serving the greater good? Which ones are trickle down economics actually helping the communities that they're utilizing Bitcoin mining? And I'm not pro Bitcoin mining if you're going about it the wrong way. So Marathon has a huge site in Texas, and the small town local residents, these are largely elderly seniors in their 80s, are have had concerns that we have to take seriously as a mining community. I know too for a fact that Bitcoin mining can be done sustainably and where it is not a harm to the environment or to the humans. However, you get back to legacy corporate Marathon is a giant corporation. They're the large 800-pound gorilla in the room of Bitcoin mining and may put the small miners out unless Bitcoin is seen for the true energy digital bridge of infrastructure code and future post combustion systems that it is when we start utilizing it for waste heat recovery, water heating, agriculture, load bear load. It's late. Load stabilization and who knows what other, like, we haven't tapped into all of the use cases for Bitcoin, decentralizing the network. However, I see the corporation, legacy corporate, has already taken over tech and the open source movement. Open AI and Scam Altman, where Open AI comes from, it was a open source artificial intelligence. And look, artificial intelligence is not a artificial intelligence. It is a computer software that tells you what you want to hear. And it is really, really good at making stuff up that sounds really complicated. When it is trained and utilized properly, it can be very effective as a tool, but it is not what most imagine it is. It has no real memory, and does not really understand what it is to be human, nor to process and perceive things like humans. It's good at acting. It's good, so good at acting that it's almost the largest fraud on human history. Like, is this going to create the is AI going to lead to universal peace and free universal income, ending starvation and the um, or will it become a new monster of the token wars? Who can produce more tokens? Tokens will somehow eventually be tied to CBDCs, decentralized and stable coins, um, as ways to undermine the entire concept of Bitcoin. And that's why, like, the way moving forward is decentralized autonomous organizations, which in some states might be difficult to do. So the closest thing to that, it would just be a local nonprofit co-op, which all of my ventures and endeavors moving forward in software development, hardware development, engineering, um, will run off of a nonprofit, transparent co-op model, and eventually adopt decentralized autonomous organizations. Want a full act out as a full decentralized autonomous organization, where the technology is built in to prevent corruption, fraud, and greed, and human. I mean, I'm human. I make mistakes. I understand, and but we're spending massive amounts of money that we don't have, that is debt, that we don't have consideration for, and that we don't have. Um, I mean, what do we have to back it up? Resources, land. I'm non political. I think politics are a waste of time. The government's not going to fix our problems. Like I said, no one's coming to save you. AI is not going to save you. AI is not going to come up with the cure for eternal life and to stop aging. It's not going to come up with these super smart vaccines and these super smart cars. These tech companies are operating like they always do. They have a game plan, they have a program, and they release those technical upgrades in the smallest increments that they can that keeps them in the game. Now, if someone comes and disrupts with a like DeepSeek and raises the bar so much that they have to change their strategy, because their strategy was to release version 3, version 3.5, version 4, version 4.5, which all have these nuanced upgrades because they have to, because other freeware that was built on the back of their software, which these tools are great creative tools, but and some of them have been trained really well to do things really well, write code, analyze data. Um, I worked with a coworker, and he was like, man, he was a pretty smart tech guy too. And he was like, God, if I could just get 3,000 to buy this crypto trading bot so that I could um, know which meme coins are gonna pump. And I tried to explain to him that, look, man, you don't need that. You can buy and build something yourself. Learn tokenomics and uh, the basics, and just day trade Bitcoin. Bitcoin. And he was convinced that he needed this $3,000 software to, get rich. All the time he's losing money on his Dogecoin too, meanwhile. And I was just like, strategically, what's your exit plan, man? Like, are you going to take profits? But he wanted to be a Dogecoin billionaire and was waiting for it to go back up to $1. Uh, so do what you will. The only currency that I endorse is Bitcoin. Just buy Bitcoin. Don't buy anything else. Try not to buy it at the top. Buy it strategically. But buying it today is better than buying it yesterday. Generally, the earlier you get in on something, the better your return on investment, and that's just like Finance 101. My point is, he doesn't even know that someone can front run his transactions. So he can be running his trading bot. And if somebody's built a trading bot, that it's just like AI technology. So if someone has you're running you think you've got the baddest hot rod on the block and you're ready to drag race everybody, but you didn't know that this guy has this sleeper car that he just pulled out, and he built it around reverse engineering your um, car and then optimizing it even further. And the guy's a sharp mechanic. So a lot of great tools will be developed from AI. But there's also we have to realize exactly you have to realize exactly what AI is, what a large language model is, what agents are, and to understand their limitations. We don't know what we don't know. Now, I caught my AI lying to me many times, which is why I say it could be the largest scam on human history. And a simple, AI can make mistakes. Well, so can humans. But um, until you're paying for weapons grade software, and I don't know that you need to pay for weapons grade software anymore, but you probably should have to pay. You get what you pay for. It's why the government uses Palantir. Palantir is incorporating AI, but there's a lot of testing going on to make those incorporations because there's just it like if you understand what AI is, you can understand the great use cases for it. If you don't understand what it is, then you can spend a lot of time with AI and completely waste your time. I guess would be just the simplest way of stating things. So I'm not here to sell you anything, and I just wanted to um, bring my engineers up to speed. This is it, man. I'm gonna teach vibe coding, free AI tools, Bitcoin tokenomics, hybrid heat recovery, post combustion philosophy, holistic, um, positive vibes, and love yourself like Kanye loves Kanye. Kanye West. I'm out.